Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're watching from. Welcome to another section with Ma'am Tutu. Today we are looking at a question adapted from Preparatory Exam 2024, Paper 2. Preparatory Exam 2024, Gauteng, Paper 2 from Gauteng. So we are looking at the question 3, which is on stock valuation. I am only going to concentrate on the stock valuation part. So, question 3, it says, choose the correct term. From these brackets, write only the term next to the question number 3.1.1 to 3.1.3 in your answer book. 3.1.1. The FIFO or weighted average method assume that stock is sold in the order of purchase. The dash method assume that stock is sold in the order of purchase, and that method is FIFO. Method. It's FIFO method. 3.1.2 says merchandise purchased is recorded in the trading stock account in the which system? In which system is merchandise purchase is recorded in the trading account? It is the perpetual inventory system. In the perpetual inventory system. And then 3.1.3, the dash stock valuation method is best suited for unique high value product. The dash stock valuation method is best suited for unique high value product, and that is SIM, specific identification method. Specific identification method. So we move on to 3.2, inventory valuation. You are provided with the information relating to Malaza shop traders. He sells a single brand of face soap. The financial year ends 28 Feb 2024. The periodic inventory system and the weighted average method are used to value stock. The first question says, calculate the value of closing stock on 29 February 2024. Calculating the value of closing stock on 29 February 2024. In calculating the value of our closing stock, remember, we have to get the average stock per unit. And when we get the average price per unit, we get the average price per unit and we multiply that by the number of our closing stock. So our average price per unit, let's check our information. Our opening stock, the amount of our opening stock is 174,400, and that is for how many stock? 4,800 stock. 4,800 stock. And then our purchases, the total of our purchases, the amount is 956,400, and that is for 19,500 stock. And then we were told that we have a returns. We have a returns from December stock. We return 100 units, and that 100 units, let us see the note about carriage. It says the supplier has agreed to refund the transport cost for goods returned due to defects caused by their packing staff. So in this case, our suppliers are giving us back our money for carriage. So meaning whatever returns we are going to get it back with the amount of carriage. We are going to get our refund back with the amount of carriage. Now, if you check the unit price given to you, it's excluding the carriage. The unit price given is excluding carriage. So I need to get the unit price including carriage for my returns. I need to get the unit price including carriage for my returns. So how do I do that? I look at the stock that was purchased in December. The total amount was 203,500, and that is for how many stock? 3,700 stock. When I divide this, I will get a unit price of 55 rand, meaning that the unit price plus carriage for this stock is 55 rand. So it is easy for me now to get my what? My returns including carriage. We return 100 units minus, 100 units times 55. 100 units times 55. 100 units times 55 will give me 5,500. Then I minus my 100 units from the denominator. When I do that, I will get my average price per unit. My average price per unit, which is going to be 46 rand 50 cents. 46 rand 50 cents times the number of my closing stock. The number of my closing stock is 5,650. When I multiply these two, I will get the value of closing stock to be 262,725. We have just looked at the calculation of the closing stock using the weighted average method. The next question says we should calculate how long in days will it take to sell our closing stock. How long in days will it take to sell your closing stock? In this case, you are not looking for average stock holding period. You are looking for the stock holding period only for the closing stock. So we are going to use only our closing stock in our calculation. We are only to use only our closing stock in our calculation. What is the value of our closing stock? Is 262,725. The value of our closing stock is 262,725. Then we look for our cost of sales. Our cost of sales will be opening stock. Remember, this business uses periodic inventory system. So we start with our opening stock of 174,400 plus our purchases of 956,400 minus our returns of 5,500, and then minus the value of our closing stock to 262,725. When we compute all this, we are going to get 262,725 divided by the cost of sales of 862,575, and then we multiply that by 365 days, and that will give you 111.2 days. 111.2 days. On this section, we have been able to consider the concept questions, and then we have been able to consider 3.2.1 and 3.2.2. Watch out for the part B of this class for the remaining part of the paper. Thank you for now.